Whoever writes the narratives that are fed into a society can shape the public perception of reality the way they want it to be seen. Those who know must teach. African proverb. Perception is not reality. Just because you think something's reality doesn't make it reality. Here is a dictionary definition of perception: the way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something, a mental impression. Now here's the dictionary definition of reality: the world or the state of things as it actually exists. Exists that is absolute, self-sufficient, or objective, and not subject to human decision or conventions. Clearly, perception and reality have very different meanings. Perception acts as a lens through which we view reality, and our perception of reality is shaped by the narratives that are fed into a society. Because Caucasians controls all the narratives that are fed into our society, they've misshaping the public perception of reality the way they want it to be seen. They've distorted the perception of reality in ways that serve the system of white supremacy. Distorting the public perception of reality is actually much more easily achieved than most people realize. The basic tool required for the distortion of reality is to merely repetitively feed false narrative into a society. All you have to do is keep repeating lies through media ads, falsely scripted movies, miseducation, and before long, the majority of the population will then accept those lies rather than what's actually true. Those lies will become the truth that the public believes and function based upon. It's a true social science. Case, point, and proof. Through this noted practice, the perception of millions have been distorted to believe that most inventions that have revolutionized the world were made by Caucasian, and also to believe that Black people are the leeches of the society that haven't invented much throughout history. Moreover, it's also presently believed that Black people are moving forward into the future, benefiting by the great minds of Caucasians. It's the number one talking point of most races. However, it's totally untrue. Your perception is a white deception. Your true reality is in fact the exact opposite from what they've miseducated millions to believe. A hidden historical fact is that, which has been withheld from our history books, is that within 80 years following the abolishment of slavery, and in spite of receiving no reparation and wrought by the cultural traumas caused by the continued injustice of white racism following the abolishment of slavery, African Americans submitted 726 inventions patent applications to the U.S. Patent Office. This isn't only extraordinary under these circumstances, and being so closely following slavery, but it also more than doubled the number of patents submitted by whites during the same period. This scenario of Blacks outperforming whites in the inventions of revolutionizing inventions have never ended. The hidden truth is that in spite of cultural traumas wrought by the injustices of white racism and slavery, most inventions that have revolutionized the world were either in fact invented by Black people or were directly inspired by early inventions by Black people. This is a hidden fact. Without Black people, there would exist no internet, no cell phones. We wouldn't have cameras and microphones on our cell phones. We wouldn't have the accurate weather forecasting system. We wouldn't have the cataract laser removing scope. There'd be no emails, no GPS, no hearing aids, no touch-tone phones, no caller ID, no home surveillance security system, no home game cartridge, no motorized vehicles, no motors, no steam engines, no traffic lights, no working light bulbs, no elevators, no skyscrapers, no air conditioning, no modern color PC, no 3D movies, no central heating, no refrigerators, no helicopters, no washing machines, no lawnmowers, no dryers, no refrigerated truck, no blood banks, no fiber optics, no nanotechnology, no bathroom tissue holders, etc., etc. The hidden fact is that most technology that we routinely use every day came from the genius minds of Black people. Black people have in fact enriched nearly every aspect of the lives of every person on this planet through our many inventions. When a well-packaged web of lies has been sold gradually to the masses over generation, the truth would seem absolutely ridiculous, and its speaker will sound like a raving lunatic. The truth of the matter is that white people invented the Patent Office and have always used it to steal the intellectual property rights from Black people. In order for Black people to get their inventions mass produced, they have to go before white companies. These companies acquires the right to these inventions and then places white faces in front of the technology. This scenario allows the white society to continue exploiting the intellectual genius of black people while maintaining the appearance that most inventions are coming from the minds of white people. This is our hidden reality. Welcome to the real world. Black people, we must always question our perception of reality when it's being exclusively controlled by the white society. Because whenever the perception of reality is being controlled by history's proven most notoriously racist, deceitful, and most narcissistic group of people, they'll always distort it to falsely exalt themselves and to falsely marginalize black people. It's the racist and narcissistic people they inherently are. It's the way they've always been, and it's the only way they know how to be. You black people who speak negatively of our race, do so because you are the most brainwashed among us. It's time to wake up to our reality. Welcome to the real world.